Hello to my beautiful collective. This is Molly with Soul School Spiritual Guidance and Healing. I just got done with my live tarot scopes and astro forecast for the week, and a lot of really beautiful, like so many messages came out of that, you guys. The astro forecast itself was like 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long, I think. But Spirit let me know that they are not done. We have one more message, at least one more message that I need to get out to my collective. This is a collective reading, so there's no zodiac sign attached to it at this time. If you felt drawn to the title of the video and you do feel like it is your reading, then feel free to join me at the extended if you guys want to dig in a little bit deeper. The link to that is in the description box below, okay? I'm going to give you a heads up. My soulmate deck is talking. These are my two soulmate decks, okay? This Cosmic and the Bianco Nero I bought them within like a week of each other, and they play together very well. I have tried to combine them in the past, and they kind of almost feel like they want to do that today. We'll see what happens. Okay? My crown chakra is wide open, third eye popping, so I'm going to do my best to articulate the messages as they come through, because they are coming through fast. Real quick plug, if you guys want a personal reading, or even if you're interested in subscribing to a monthly personal reading, you can do that over at my website, soulschoolspiritual.com. The link to that is in the description box below. Here's a channeled message. If you're watching the live, you know at the very end I was like, I got the low battery notification, and in fact I had to go plug my phone into charge while I got on there, and I updated timestamps and everything on that reading. So in order to do this reading, I had to plug in my little portable charger. But this thing happened, and sometimes things happen right before a reading that are actually a part of the message, all right? So I've got my little charger, my little USB port, and I went to go plug it in, and I realized that the charger that this uses is an older model of charger. It doesn't work with my phone. So I went to go grab a different one, this other one that I had right here in the area, and that's an even older model. It doesn't work with this phone. Okay, so I had to go out of my way to get the newer, the most updated model of charger cord, USB cord, in order to be able to connect the charger to the phone. So it's about a connection. It's about a connection that didn't have what it needed to take off the first time, maybe even not even the second time, because, there was a regression. So basically, two people tried to come together, but they were working with old energies. They weren't bringing in the new energies, new ways of relating to one another that were available to them. So what happened is that actually triggered a regression. Once they get over that and are finally able to put the past behind, and both willing to accept the new energies that are available to them, I feel like these are new energies that have to do with how we're dealing with other people, how we're communicating our heart to one another. Whoo! The void. Cosmic womb, right? Okay? So in other words, this is something that it was a seed that was planted but could not yet be born. And in order for it to be born, it had to go back into the womb and grow a little bit more. And this is the cosmic womb, all right? Stop. Embrace winter, great cosmic womb. I'm getting almost sort of the same vibe that I did on a reading a couple of days ago that talks about how spirit intervened in this connection in order to save it. So if you guys are interested, and if this resonates with you, just know that there's another message out there that's sort of along these lines. They are all collective. They are all timeless. So don't carry home baggage that's not yours. If this is not your reading, it's okay. It's okay, okay? It's a collective reading. It could be for anybody, all right? Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. This is about change that needed to take place internally, all right? Like I said, it's almost like, okay, let's do that. I'll tell a little story about when I went to high school. Like, I graduated high school, and there was like 3 to 4 years before I went to college, all right? And even though I took college level classes in high school, there was like a math class that I took. And I went to, 3 years later, I took my placement test. They're like, yeah, you're ready to move on to the next math class. I sat in that class for a week and everything went straight over my head. And I was like, oh my God, I literally had to go back and repeat another math class, a math class that I had taken like my sophomore year of high school, in order to to be reminded of the foundational knowledge before I could move on to this next math class, okay? Like that's kind of what Spirit is talking about. You're presented with something that feels like it's evolution, but you had to go back and retake an old math class before you were ready for this one. So revisiting old paradigms, okay? Laying a foundation that you already had in the past, but for some reason you needed to go through that foundational energy once again. And this, I'm sorry, he's got 2 people down on their knees, okay? This is them going within. Do you understand? 2 people, both people in this connection had to go within, had to probably work on their root chakras, all right? So that means feelings of safety, security, belonging. Belonging is an essential need. It's an essential human need because the root chakra is all about getting our basic needs met. We need to have food. We need to have security, so some sort of shelter from storms and predators and whatnot. But we also, because we are social creatures, we need to feel welcome in our environments in order for us to feel fully safe. That is a basic human need, okay? So these are 2 people had to go back to like some foundational stuff, and now they're both kind of sorry for trying to plug in the wrong charger. Do you understand what I mean? All right, this is the Starseed Oracle deck, and they do want me to lay these out. Ooh, trust, oh God, you guys. Trust the timing, because the cosmos has stepped in here. Trust the timing. Trust that it's almost like, oh, okay, well, this baby needs, this baby was premature, okay? This was a premature, and the connection couldn't be made because there's more development needed, all right? So trust the timing, trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. And then this other one is earthed. Didn't we talk about that? Being grounded, grounding yourself. Some of you guys went through something and you're like, shoot, I gotta ground myself. I literally have to like go within and do some stuff before I'm gonna be ready for a connection again. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So I really feel like both of these people, or at least one of them, had really been in their own bubble for a while, and that was comfortable to them, okay? But now it's like this bubble has been dropped down into this sea of emotion, and we have to almost like relearn how to deal with that, how to communicate. And I told you guys about how to communicate our emotions to other people. Whoo! All right, Morgan is on the table here. Morgan wants to come out with this moon. Okay, now Morgan Greer is my oldest deck, and she only comes out when she says so. All right, some decks I'll just pull and be like, oh, it'll be fun to read with this today. Morgan only comes out when she says so, and when she does, that's a really big message that wants to come out. Okay, so look at this moon, you guys. These 2 people are in separation. They might be physically, look at that. They might be physically separated from one another, like there might actually be a great distance between these 2 people, but really the distance between these 2 people is that which is unspoken. That which is unspoken, what has not yet been made clear. And for some of you guys, it's that one or both of the people in this connection were not able to make their feelings for the other person clear. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of unknown at this time. And that is kind of keeping these 2 people from coming together. But it doesn't matter how far apart they are. They both look up at the sky at night and they see the same moon and they're howling at it. This is werewolf love, okay? They're howling at it. They're like, oh, I wish you were here. And the other one's like, oh, I wish you were here too. But they each had their own tower moment. In this image, the towers are up. They have not yet fallen. And let me explain to you, for those who don't know tarot language, what that means. A tower is something that is built over time. Okay? Beliefs, ideas, patterns, habits, assumptions. And then when sometimes it's time to build a new tower. But in order to build a new tower, you got to bring the old one down. Okay? It's time for a new tower. It's time for a new charger. Time to upgrade our way of thinking, believing, the structures that we have in place, our habits and patterns. Okay? And here's the thing, the lightning bolt has not come in and struck these down yet, which means each person has the option of pulling their own tower down, deconstructing what are the things that are no longer serving us, what are the ideals that you're committed to that are no longer serving you. And you can deconstruct those yourself, or you can wait for a lightning bolt to come and strike it and fall down. I'm also hearing retrofitting, okay? Retrofitting is what happens in earthquake prone areas. Let's say that there was a building that was built not to be earthquake proof. They can go back and make certain adjustments to that building so that if an earthquake comes along, it's not gonna fall. So for some of you guys, that's what this separation is for. That's what you guys had to go back into the womb, the great cosmic womb, to do, to retrofit your ideas about love and relationships and and your emotions and communicating about them. Whew, that's a lot of message already come through. All right, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out. We're gonna get a really good shuffle on this one. Thank you guys for being here today, by the way. That's what we got. This is the potential. In fact, I'm not even saying, it's not even potential. Oh, stop it. These are two people who love each other very much, but they're not together. Okay? This is where we're starting, and this is where we want to end up, but we want to get this upright. They're telling me to leave it in the deck and keep shuffling. Okay? If this comes out upright, then that means that this message is going to give you everything that you need to know to be able to bring this connection together and bring together the happiness. Here's the I'm sorry card. One of them, the Five of Swords reverse, is another I'm sorry card. Both people are sorry. It's not just one person. I feel like both people are quite potentially in prayer at this time. Because look at this. This also came up in that reading when I talked about Spirit intervened to save this union. You see how there's a tree. You can barely see it, but it's like two roots grown together, and it's this tree that is intertwined. So that's like fate type stuff. This is a very powerful union. If it can take place. Okay? We're gonna get 3 shuffles and then we'll go. Thank you guys for being here. Please go ahead and hit like if in fact you do like the button, if that is the way that you want to communicate your feelings towards me at this time. Thank you for being here. All right, dropping defenses. Yeah, that's absolutely what happened. Some of you guys feel like you just don't know how. This is a skill that you either don't have or you haven't had to practice in a really long time. Okay? For some of you, that's also like, this is major Mercury retrograde energy, meaning that cooperation was not possible. Ooh, that's right in the middle, isn't it? Okay, that's right in the middle. Let me see what else comes out. Yeah. Fear is sabotaging this. Being timid, fear of the unknown is sabotaging this. Oh my God, you guys, I don't like this. I don't like that image, but I'm going to talk about it. Okay. Please, first of all, before I talk about this, know that Spirit is in the building. Period. Okay? Spirit is in the building. But what's happening to me in this image, what the message that I'm being told is that these are the two people who tried to come together. But this person, this entity is fear. It's subconscious fear. And look at this sun setting right now. It's like both of these people watching the sunset. Don't let the sun go down on me. I'm hearing Elton John. Don't let the sun go down on me. They're both really, like, basically, it's almost like the divine was like, psst, come here. I got something for you. And then they got a little closer and they realized that they were going to have to confront a fear, a deep, 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 deep fear. And it made them both turn away. But now they're watching this sun go down and they don't like that. They don't like, both of these people do not want to lose this connection. You guys. But this is exactly what it is. It's like fear of the unknown. Being timid. Like, whew, that's quite crude. But I'm going to say it. This fear was a total boner killer. Both of these people were really excited about this, and they're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to deal with deep inner issues. I'm out of here. This isn't so sexy anymore. But you know what is sexy? I'm gonna tell you the truth. When you do face those fears. And then you transcend them. You heal from them, and then two healed people come together, and instead of emptying their unhealed sacral chakra baggage into one another in the act of love making, they are exchanging healed energy that's just rooted in desire, saying, I desire you. No, it's not just a matter of convenience. It's not just a matter of here and now. This is like, I've had to work to make myself available. That's going to be some good loving. Just letting you know. For some of you, it is a fear of commitment. Okay? For some of you, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation kind of thing. And Spirit's like, you know what? You get to write your own story. Okay, there's not always a should or a shouldn't do. It's what's necessary in order to achieve what it is that you desire. Okay. For some of you guys, there was a lack of communication because somebody was just not trying to build the same thing that the other person had in mind. For some of you, this is because usually in the Three of Pentacles, there's people have come together to build something. This is somebody who has to build something on their own. It might be that each individual person has to build something on their own. But they couldn't really be, they were just in a place where they couldn't be open and they couldn't be receptive to this because there were certain lessons that they had to learn. And you guys, this could very well be a soul contract that was always meant to be that way. It was like, hey, like you guys get together before you come into this incarnation and you're like, let's get together, but let's get together and then trigger each other into this healing. And then maybe get back together again. All right, this came out reversed. There are certain blockages, you guys. There's 3 5s on the table right now. Certain blockages that had to be removed. For some of you, this was external. Ooh. Yeah. This is external energies. There might have been an external energy, and like a lot of people when they say third party situation, they imagine that it's like somebody was two-timing. That's not necessarily it. When I say external energies, it could be friend groups, communities, but something outside of this connection was informing the connection in a way that it wasn't its business to do. And somebody knew that. Okay? Somebody knew, at least one person, if not both, knew that before they could grasp this cup of love, there was an old cycle that they needed to close out. There was something that they needed to graduate from. This is the lesson. This is the teacher. This is the institution. This is the graduation, if that makes sense to you guys. Somebody here knew that the best thing to do, it's almost like this energy of like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And then it's like, I gotta go heal something real quick. I gotta go leave something else behind. I gotta go wrap something up before I'm ready to step into. They want me to pull these. Yeah. Oof. That could very well be a feminine energy. This feminine energy realized that she had some more healing to do. And when I talk about feminine and masculine, are energies and not body parts. Okay? This masculine energy was like, I'm on a mission. I got things to do. I can't pick this up right now. I got to put this down right now. Or they were maybe too closed off to really be able to give to this situation. But then what happened is they realized that they lost out on a wish fulfillment. And they kind of feel a little foolish. But they're also not quite 100% sure that they're ready to take the leap in the direction of their wish fulfillment. But they're very aware of the fact that this was an amazing opportunity that they couldn't grasp. This is work. I feel like she's working on herself and he's working on his like external life. Okay? Yeah. They're hoping for I think both people are hoping for this to come together in the future. But it's just, they had to go back into the womb. They had to go back into the womb and heal one another. And so for some of you guys, I'm going to be honest. This was the agreement. Let's meet up in this lifetime and trigger each other's healing. For some of you guys, this is a precursor. This is how you prepare. You each become prepared for a really, really, really beautiful connection. The Seas of Mintanka. Oof. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. That's why y'all got put back in the womb. You had to bring something to light, some foundational knowledge about what it takes to be in a connection like this. Loosen your grip. Okay? Somebody really wanted to be in control of their life, and something came along that they didn't feel in control of, and so they turned away from it. I feel like that's the masculine energy. The feminine energy was like, oh, no, 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 no. This just is not feeling right yet. I know it's a knowledge that I got to take a step back and heal something before I'm ready to give my cup of love to anybody. Okay? So, can we get one more? Okay. She wants me to shuffle again. And then this will be the last card for this portion of the reading. I'm going to take the rest of it over to the extended. All right, Spirit, what? This was reversed. This happy home energy, this coming together of two energies to create this happy home was reversed before I started shuffling. Okay? It's okay to slow down. It's okay to slow down. Yeah. Yeah, somebody here doesn't want to do the inner work. Doesn't necessarily want to let go of control. All right? Some soulmate unions don't work out. Free will is very, very, very important. right? Because it's like free will is why we enter into these contracts and these agreements with each other before we come into this lifetime. But then here we are in this lifetime and we forget that we're divine beings. We forget what we agreed to do when we came here. And it's okay, it's not the end of the world. Like if the other half of your soul contract isn't gonna help carry out this contract with you, please believe there are more soulmates out there. Okay, if this doesn't come together, but man, if this does, it's gonna be really beautiful, you guys. All right, there's just a lot of healing going on right now. It's just a lot of healing. All right, so hop on over to Vimeo if you want to see what comes next. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for this reading today, and I hope to catch you back on my channel again soon.